Hey y'all, welcome to Mississippi Girl Life. I'm just a country Mississippi girl married to a New York City boy and a mom of three living in North Carolina.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, Mississippi Girl Life. So this is another part of the series. So a couple videos ago, I'm not sure if it's gonna be back to back or if I got a video or two in between, but you'll be able to tell. We talked about food and water supply lists. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about some first aid, okay, and health, hygienes, and sanitation. Okay, so we're gonna get the ball rolling when it comes to these items and things that you need to make sure you have to stock up. Okay, so I'm out here in Amazing Grace Garden, and it's supposed to be a high. They said a high of 68. It's like now saying a high of 63 or something, but that's fine. That's why I got on a jacket. I'd be happy when we get out of these little 60s, okay? Because they kind of make it gloomy out sometime. But the sun came out, so I said, hey, let me just go ahead, because I am batch recording today. So I had already filmed the first part of this series in the prepper pantry area. So let's go ahead and get into it, all right? So first aid and health. The first thing on the list is a first aid kit, or you can build one. You can buy one or you can build one. All right. So if you buy one or if you build one, these are the things you need to look to have: gauze, bandages, tape, and antiseptic wipes. Okay. So gauze, bandages, tape, antiseptic wipes. You can get these things from the Dollar Tree. Okay. Some stuff at Dollar General and Family Dollar. Family Dollar has always been higher than Dollar General in my opinion, but they do have some things that are still a little low. So you have to just shop around and get what's best for your pockets, okay? But we all trying to do things on a budget, okay? We all trying to save a coin where we can save a coin. Next is tweezers, scissors, and thermometer, okay? Tweezers, you may have to get something out of something. You may have to use tweezers to sew some up, whatever the case may be. So you need tweezers, scissors, and thermometers, yes, because you got to check that body temperature. Next is elastic wrap or burn gel. People may get burned. You may need the wrap to, wrap some, hold some in place, wrap it tight. And of course, up here, the bandages and gauze is to cover things and keep things okay. Now, some people have suggested that also using sanitary napkins like pads are good things that you can use for a bandage. So keep that in mind too, y'all. Keep that in mind. I have girls and myself. So we go through, having those type of feminine products. So we should always have those on hand, and they can be used for, other things. So it comes in handy. So do your research. I wouldn't recommend getting anything scented to put on or cut or something. If you need to, let that be your last resort. Okay. So, yeah, so keep that in mind. Okay. I'm not telling you to do it, just giving you suggestions. Next is OTC, which is over the counter. Okay, for those of you that may not know, meds like your pain reliever, your antihistamines, your anti-diarrheal, and your electric light packets. Those are extremely important. Okay, especially for me, antihistamines are important. Everybody needs the anti-diarrheal. I don't have a gallbladder anymore. I'm almost coming up on 3 years post surgery. Okay, so anti-diarrhea stuff, all that will work for me. So electric light packets, pain reliever for them times of the month. Woo, child, they be hurting. The time of the month. So having pain reliever and stuff like that is a must. So all that, we need to make sure we have in our house. Next is prescription meds, refill buffer. Okay, so if you have meds that you have to get refilled. Now, one thing my granny used to do is She should always make sure she was always ahead on her if she had something that she needed, like simple blood pressure pill. Okay. She would make sure that she had an extra. That was like the only thing that she was on anyway, that I knew of. So mostly she would make sure that she had an extra prescription, or have it, they'll feel it when you get close to running out, to make sure she did not run out. Okay. And especially in emergency situation, you need that type of stuff. Now, some stuff you can only get, after it's gone out so many times, so just, what it is that you may need, and, what it is that you may need, and, go from there. Next is N95 or KN95 mask. Okay. Need those, especially with all these germs and stuff that's going around, these different viruses and stuff. And also it helps with dust particles and chemicals. You need it. Okay. It ain't gonna do as best as our gas masks and respirator masks and stuff like that, but something's better than nothing. Okay. You definitely want it for germs and stuff. Nitrile gloves. Okay. Got to have those gloves. If you are allergic to latex, okay, they have different ones that you can get, that so you don't have an allergic reaction, but gloves are important. Next is basic dental. Your floss, your temporary filling material is optional. So I would say get it in case you break off a tooth, need to pack it or something like that. It is still important to get it. Those of you that may have dentures or something, it's important to, have a backup, or either have the whatever is used to like temporary glue a tooth back, or whatever the case may be. If you have dentures, it's just important to have. Okay. It's optional, but I think it'll be a nice addition to have, because it's not that very expensive. Okay. All right. So next we move into hygienes and sanitation. All right. And let me say, for the medication and stuff, you have to only get what you're, like I say, there could be um requirements that you can't, some things you can't get filled. You can't go there and say, hey, give me 2 of these refills at once. No, you can't do that. When I say that, is if you got a week worth of blood pressure, I'm using that blood pressure pills on hand. Don't wait until you get down to your last one before. You should be able to go get a refill before then. Okay, that's what I'm saying when I say about my grandma. Because my grandma didn't have to take anything. I think a little blood pressure pill, or whatnot, and that right there, is something that is genetics and things people need. So you got to make sure you have that on hand. So don't go and be like, I want 2 or 3. You can't get refills like that. But y'all get what I'm saying. Don't run out. Don't be close to run out before you go and get your refill. If it's something you need, that can be blood pressure pill, diabetes medication, whatever you're on or you may need. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If I was on those things, I definitely would make sure I have, but I'm not. Thank God I'm not on anything, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Okay. With God's help. The only thing I would keep for is medications, like the pain medication, and like GERD, antihistamine, those things. So my famotidine, which is my GERD medication, the Pepcid AC, anti-diarrheal stuff. It's still good to have cold and cough medicines, that type of stuff. You can have that type of stuff on hand too. That is perfect. You need to have that type of stuff on hand. Okay. So whatever it is you use, everybody is different. Next, let's get into hygienes and sanitation. You got toilet paper, tissue, and paper towels. We already know what people like to do if they ain't got no toilet tissue. Okay. We already know what people like to do. Okay. So make sure you get you some toilet paper, toilet tissue, and some paper towels. Y'all know I like to clean with paper towels, so I can throw it away. I don't want no soggy dish rag in my kitchen. I have kids and a husband, and Everybody just they ain't gonna do. Everybody ain't gonna do. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm being real over here. Some get wiped with a rag. I done told y'all this for years. You go up in there, it's soggy. I can't stand no soggy dish rag where it ain't been washed out and bleached out and all that. That's why I clean with paper towel. My granny had taught me to clean with paper towels and throw it away. Okay, so that's why I keep a lot of paper towels. Not stock where I want to be, but God say the same. I'm getting there. Baby wipes or body wipes, those are a must. And also let me add flushable wipes. Okay, y'all know I love my flushable wipes. Baby wipes, sensitive, gonna be probably the best thing in case you develop a sensitive skin or something, because you don't want to get like body wipes and stuff and then eventually you start having a reaction to them and stuff. But I think staying safe with the baby wipes, and you can get them unscented, will be a must because they are literally made for the babies. All right, so let's see, soap and hand sanitizer. Get that soap and wash them hands. Okay, so many people don't wash their hands. Okay, now for me, I use rubbing alcohol. I've told y'all this. I don't dilute it. I put it in a spray bottle. That's why my hands be ashy. They may be ashy, but they be clean because I be spraying my hands and spraying my hands and spraying my hands. Okay, so get you some. I use rubbing alcohol. I've been using it for so long. 2020, that's what I use. I really stocked the farm. I've been using it for so long, okay? And I just spray my hands right like that because I feel like the sanitizer may be cut and ain't got enough alcohol in it. All right, okay. Let's see. Next, we have feminine hygiene products. If you don't get you some pads, and I showed y'all them pull-ups, some assurance pull-ups, ladies, for that time of the month. Them things work wonders. But I still stock up with pads and stuff like that. You don't want to be in an emergency situation wearing no rag or using no tissue for that time of the month. Now we know that we have them. I'm 39 and I still ministrate. Probably gonna be doing that for a while. God say the same, but don't nothing go wrong. Okay. And if I am trying to go in perimenopause, that can last for a year. That do not take that menstruation. You can still get pregnant and all that stuff. That just saying that, hey, you close to 40 and you can be, your body can be trying to deplete them estrogen levels and stuff like that because you get older. But that don't mean that you you still can have a baby. Everything's still working good. And now y'all get what I'm saying. So that don't excuse you. Need to go ahead and make sure you got them thing. I know unless I go into it early or something, God forbid, I still got a long way on this, and unless something happens where you got to get a procedure and you don't have one no more. I know I got a long way still. Okay. So and I may not even be in perimenopause, but I think that change is for peri. That's like the beginning of peri, is like getting you ready because you didn't hit that 39, 40, but some people go into it at 35. Okay. And it can last 10 years before it can last before 10 years before you get into menopause, before you didn't even get to that stage. And that'll be like when you start, but still get them things. Get your sanitary napkins. Get your pads, get your liners. If you're not on your cycle, you should have on a liner. That's keeping you nice, clean, and fresh. There's moisture that happens there. And you don't want that in your undies, okay? Get you some liners. You need liners, you need pads, you need them assurance pull-ups is more comfortable, but still buy the pads to have in case, whatever the case may be. Get that stuff. You don't want to be feeling all sticky and nasty and all that if you can't get to the store and get it, okay? Stock that stuff up. These are things you need. Get it. Especially if you got girls, you got kids. Also, need it for yourself and for your girls, okay? Next is trash bags, heavy duty contractor bags. You can tote so much stuff in them heavy duty bags, okay? Food or whatever you gotta leave, you may have to throw some stuff in a garbage bag and go. So they need to be heavy duty. Don't go trying to get them little cheap trash bags that's gonna time you put 2 things in, it's gonna fall apart. No, contractor, thick, heavy duty bags. Next, bucket trash liners is what you need because that can be your toilet. chemicals, absorbents for emergency toilet. Now, I'm not telling you to do it, but what I use and have used when we used to go to the flea market, I was set up out there or whatnot. I had a whole little bathroom setup thing for my kids, for myself, my kids and whatnot. And I have a toilet. It's a 5-gallon bucket and it has like a camouflage top. I bought it at a whole kit and got the toilet seat and everything. And it's portable. But what I use is those pine pellets in it. Those pine pellets. You put a trash bag in it. You put those pine pellets in it. And it absorbs and helps with the odor. That's what I use. Pine pellets is what I use. I still got some in there. I've showed y'all this. It works wonders. Okay, it works wonders. So you can get that. That ain't gonna cost you too much. Okay. Let's see. You can get those pine pellets from Tractor Supply. Anywhere where they have, like, I think Walmart have them, because sometimes they use them in like rabbit, the thing for rabbits and stuff like that, where they poop off in and whatnot, and they swell up and they absorb from it. Well, the pine pellets swell up and absorb. Don't let your animals and that eat that. It will hurt them. It will. Okay, next is laundry detergent sheets, space saving. Okay, so they're saying get the laundry detergent sheets. Now I think I know what they're talking about. They have the little sheets you throw off, I think in your washing, is already infused with laundry soap or whatnot. They're talking about space saving, so it'll save space or whatnot. But however way you want to do it, laundry soap is a must. Now y'all know me, I'm country, I'm a Mississippi girl. I will wash my clothes in dishwasher liquid. I do add Dawn dish soap. Back in the day, it was that Sun and that Joy dishwashing liquid. My granny used to always wash our clothes in. She poured straight in the washing machine. I have showed y'all me doing it, and even to make my laundry soap last longer and make sure everything is clean, because they don't make that stuff strong as they used to. I take now Dawn dish soap and add a cup full in my clothes when I'm washing clothes along with the dish soap. That's what I do. So you can also use Dawn and stuff. If you're not sensitive to it, you can use that for a laundry soap. Okay, so keep that in mind. So y'all, we have came to the end of what we're going to talk about today when it comes to this series of stocking up, beginner friendly. Okay, stock up items. This was for the first aid, health, and the hygiene and sanitation portion of it. I hope it inspired somebody. I hope that you're motivated. I hope it helped someone to get started. You don't feel overwhelmed. Now you have a little guide. Okay, so with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and I hope y'all are over on MGL's Home and Garden, okay, channel. The link is in the description box. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time that I upload a video. And I shall see you in the next one, if it's Jehovah's will, y'all. Please be safe. Love y'all. Bye.